Leslie, I've got something to tell you.
At the end of the day, I don't need anyone to tell me I'm good looking. I know I am.
Good. I'm in the sound booth. It's exciting. It's a great way to start the show, and that's exactly how we're going to. It's day 19, my friends. The time is 5:29. I'd rather be told in my ear, and this is Big Brother's Little Brother. Or Kshikbir Gastari Cesar, Bayukbir Rezim Amizazar, as they say, definitely in Turkey. It's Tuesday, which means in just a few moments we go live to the house, to find out which housemates are up for eviction this week. Also, on today's show, we reveal whether Leslie really does have the biggest boobs in Huddersfield. There she is, Leslie, wonderful. And I might add, relationship expert Dr. Pam Spur reveals what the blue blazes is going on with the housemates. The blue blazes. OK, so yesterday the housemates nominated for the third time, and once again, it didn't go smoothly. Not learning from Vanessa's mistake, Roberto, Derek and Craig entered into a discussion about nominations yesterday, and as a result were banned from nominating this week. But how will that affect the results? Let's go live to the house right now to find out.
What? Like wide but flat.
This is Big Brother. The housemates nominated for eviction this week are, in alphabetical order, Derek and Roberto and Sam.
One of you two walk, and I can't wait to see you walk out that door.
I can't wait to get.
Good. I want Roberto to go. What are you going to do? You said, like, you ain't got no mates when one of you two goes, have you? What, are you going to kiss goodnight?
So, despite arguments, I reckon you two are still cool.
Well, last night you weren't saying that, and now you're talking some more, Dave.
Exactly.
No, you change your mind like that?
I'm not changing my mind like anything, yeah? What do you mean?
Last night you were
At the end of the day, yeah?
them off,
At the end of the day, despite... No, I told them exactly what I did. I told them exactly what my role was in it. Yeah. You get me? At the end of the day, yeah, despite maybe they've said whatever they've said, yeah?
You're right, baby.
You know what I mean? And I was, you know what I mean, maybe manipulating in certain ways, yeah? You know what I mean? We've still got to get along to do the task, you get me? And to do that, yeah, as captain, yeah, you've got to make the air clear.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean? I told them what role I played and whatever, and I told them what I was going to do. I'll let happen. And I told them, obviously, and certain things got squashed.
Did you tell them about your idea?
Yes, I did.
Right.
Because I got nothing to hide.
It's wicked.
Got no to hide.
Good.
That was brilliant. Derek, Roberto and Sam, look at the reaction. That's incredible. It's amazing that it's Maxwell and Science and Saskia now having a chat about it. So, those are the housemates up for eviction, but who do you want to go? The lines, officially, are open, starting from now. And here's how to vote. To evict Derek, dial 09016 161603. Or text Derek to 64404. To evict Roberto, dial 09016 161609. Text Roberto to 64404. Or to evict Sam, dial 09016 161610. Or text Sam to 64404. Let's get some reactions. Leslie's with us, everybody. You're quite happy with that, it would appear.
Yeah, I am. Because,
why?
Well, for a start, Sam's up, and hopefully she's going to get the boot this week.
Why do you think... Why, I mean, obviously, you know, you don't like Sam and so forth, but do you think she will?
Yes, I do, because
Why?
I think after me, she got the most boos. So
very honest.
So I think she will go.
And what do you make of Craig's omission from not being able to nominate in the first place? Did you see any of that?
Well, I've been told, obviously, what happened, that there was discussing nominations and Craig, Derek and Roberto couldn't nominate this week, so I thought Craig would have definitely been up.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm really happy for him that he's not really happy.
He's quite happy as well.
Yeah, I should think so.
See that little bitchy look going back in his face? He's quite happy now, isn't he?
Yeah,
Can have a little bitch. OK, so we've heard what Leslie has to say. Now it's your turn. Today's call, BBLB, is quite simply, what do you think of the nominations? Give us a call. OK, Leslie, so on yesterday's show, we gave you the opportunity to go for your first ever driving lesson.
You did?
With Steve, I believe, wasn't it? How was it?
Well, I wasn't as nervous as I thought I would be, and when I got into it, I was like, yeah, raring to go.
Yeah.
But I don't think I did too well at all.
Why? Tell me what happened.
I kind of stalled the car a couple of times.
That's all right. It's your first driving lesson.
Yeah, but this guy also drove past, and I think he was getting a little bit annoyed because I was stuck in the middle of the road, not really knowing what to do. And
in the middle of the road?
Basically.
Okay,
and he was like, I hate women drivers like this. And I was like, how rude, you know, it's my first lesson, do you not know me?
Did you chase him down and beat him up?
No, I wanted to.
Of course you did.
I wanted to.
OK. We're going to find out more about that tomorrow. We're going to have a little look at you tomorrow. But we love watching you in the house, and we chatted to you, obviously, since you've left.
Yeah.
But what we haven't seen is what happened before you went in. Here's a look at your video diary of the 2 weeks you spent in hiding before this whole crazy journey began.
So now we're in Le Touquet in France, which is probably the equivalent to Blackpool. This is the patio out to the garden. Even my granny won't have these in her house. Basically, I'm just really, really bored and can't wait to get into the house. We bought a jigsaw to do, so that should be fun. Not. We're actually eating in tonight for a change because we haven't really done that yet. And so we're having pizza and chips. My breath's actually really smelly at the moment because I've just had some cheese and onion crisps, so absolutely reeks. I had a green poo this morning. And my nose is all snotty at the moment as well. Really missing my family and my mum. I keep seeing my mum's face everywhere, telling me good luck and everything, so I hope she'll be proud of me by being on here. I mean, I get these little exciting twinges where I'm like, can't wait, but I don't know. Just have to wait and see how I cope with it, I suppose.
I mean, that seems like an absolute lifetime away,
does. It seems like ages away. Because being in the house, it seemed like I was in there a lifetime and not just 2 weeks.
Yeah. Brilliant. OK, now, when you were in the house, you claimed to have the biggest boobs in Huddersfield, open brackets, apart from your mum and your nan.
Yeah.
We asked you, yes, you at home, to get in touch if you knew different. So, stand by, boob fans. The results of our search are about to be revealed. Leslie, are you confident about this?
Pretty confident.
OK.
I mean, if they're fake, then that doesn't count, by the way. They've got
that's true. We have fairly high standards here, OK? But the search was very serious. We contacted the local press. On the phone is Richard Porritt from the Huddersfield Daily Examiner. Hello, Richard.
Good evening, Dermot. How are you?
Very well. Thank you, Richard. We really appreciate your help with this task. Now, firstly, what's Leslie done for Huddersfield?
Well, she certainly put us in the spotlight a bit, but we're all very proud of her. She's done us proud. She's been herself and had a lot of fun, so we're really chuffed for her.
Brilliant. OK, down to business. What did you do for our search?
Well, we put a little piece in the paper alongside our extensive Leslie Watch coverage, which we did every day, asking for people to come forward if they did have bigger boobs than Leslie. We drew a blank, however, and I'm confident that Leslie will be crowned the boob queen of Huddersfield tonight.
I was going to say, what was the result? I mean, did people sort of send in their boobs to you?
No, well, we're a family paper, but we got absolutely no response to us. I think everyone was too scared by the sight of Leslie's breasts on Big Brother.
Richard, I know you're a family paper, but, you know, every family's got at least one pair of boobs, surely. We have your paper up here. Can we just have a look at that? Let's see, we're not winding you up. Look, Huddersfield Daily Examiner. Hey there, have you got more front than Leslie? She said last week she had the biggest chest in Huddersfield. Now Big Brother producers want to know if her boast is correct. They helped us out there. Thanks a lot, Richard. OK, we also spoke to your local branch of M&S. We contacted them and they emailed us back here. Now, let's take a look at that. We can't confirm for certain, but she's definitely an impressive size and well above the national average of 36C. Nearly all our bras, including our collections, are available up to a G cup, so we'd certainly be able to accommodate her if she wanted to be fitted for some new bras. That's Susie Henderson, head of lingerie design in the whole of Marks and Spencer's. She was speaking on behalf of the wonderful.
Brilliant.
I know, you should woo. And finally, They couldn't help us. The Huddersfield Examiner couldn't help us find bigger boobs than you. Finally, we asked you, the viewers, out of all of our entries, we're about to show you the three biggest contenders. Let's have a look. Firstly, contender number 1. Let's have a look at the name. It's Catherine Bell House. The location there is Huddersfield, obviously, and she is 36G, OK? Now then, however, disqualified. Why? She's only gone and got herself pregnant. And you know what that means? Obviously, boobs quite big.
Yeah.
She's lactating. We can't use her. She's disqualified. Sorry, Catherine. Lovely girl as she is. OK, next up, Tori Smith. Let's take a look at Tori. OK. Location, obviously Huddersfield. 40L. However, yeah, I know. Look at the fear on her face. Look at the fear on Leslie's face. She's not happy with that. However, disqualified. She doesn't live in Huddersfield anymore. Turned her back on the field. She now lives in Cambridge. Lastly, we have Kia Davis. Where's Kia? There's Kia. OK, location is obviously Huddersfield again. The size is 38FF. However, disqualified. No proof of breast size. Come on. Do you think we were born yesterday? Therefore, Leslie, as a result of our careful study of the entries and the fact that no one successfully disputed your claim, we can proudly reveal that today, Leslie, you do have the biggest boob in Huddersfield, apart from your mum and your nan. And got some prizes here. We've got a lovely bra for you there.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful stuff.
Thank you.
Next up, we have a rosette that you can wear with pride. The biggest boob in Huddersfield rosette. And lastly, and we're very proud of this, we have 2 cups. Officially, Leslie, the biggest boobs in Huddersfield. Open brackets, apart from your mum and your nan. Leslie, everybody.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that's research. Coming up, Dr. Pam Spur delves into the housemates' relationships and how far would you go for Big Brother. If you go far enough, you can win our best prize ever, open brackets, not a guaranteed close brackets. Find out after the break. See you in a minute. Numbers. Hey, it's day 19. The time, of friends, is 5:44. Coming up, Dr. Pam investigates the housemates' relationships, and you have your say in Cool BBLB. But first, how would you like to win the ultimate Big Brother weekender? Had to see Sunday show to get that in any way, shape or form, but I hope you did. You're going to be put up in a hotel for the finale weekend. You get the best seats in the house to see the winner crowned. You go into the house, you be a VIP guest at the BBLB reunion, you meet all the housemates. Quite simply, we at BBLB want to know how far you would go for Big Brother. We want you to download the housemates' masks, and here they are. I'm sorry, have the housemates all come out of the house and suddenly they're manning the Big Brother gallery? Give us a nod. Yes, that's exactly what's happened. You'll find them on the BBLB website. You use those masks in the most original way you can. Could be on a face, it could be in a place, but remember, it's not how far you go geographically, it's about you using your imagination to impress us, to entertain us, but don't do anything illegal or dangerous, because you won't get anywhere, except in maybe a police tail or a hospital. And hey kids, don't do drugs. The winner of this prize will be the person who proved they deserve to win, the person that went the furthest. Now, you must provide us with photographic evidence of your entry, and at least one photograph of one housemate must be featured. Here's how to enter. And we will be choosing the best entries to go through the next stage of the competition. It's kind of like the Champions League. Now, over the last 18 days, the housemates have bonded, they've fallen out, they've made up, they've given birth, they've argued, they've snogged and discussed marriage. To get to the bottom of what's really going on with the housemates, please welcome Dr. Pam Spur, everybody.
Hello,
Dr. Pam, it's lovely to meet you. How are you? OK, so first of all, nominations today. How do you think the nominations announcement will affect the relationship between the housemates?
Oh, I think we're going to see more fracturing now, definitely. No surprises, of course, about Derek and Roberto, because they have been unpopular. Now they're going to be even more unpopular because they're linked together. And I would guess if they're going to think strategy, they're going to start looking for other allies, because they'll just get more and more unpopular.
Well, this is it, because if one of those guys goes out, then they wouldn't have pretty much anyone, at least
they have no alliance, so
yeah.
They need to start forging them now. Sam, also no surprise there, because of course people see her as so conniving, and you know, so they've voted with their beliefs.
Sure. It's interesting though that when the nominations were called out, what we saw was Maxwell and science started to argue. Would that have helped, do you think, you know, Derek and Roberto? Because they just, I mean, did you pick up anything there? Because they just sort of sat back and said nothing. Wasn't that strange?
Well, they both looked despondent. Although, why are they surprised that they've been nominated? So, you know, I think they were just taking it in. Maxwell, of course, he's very upset about what they've been saying about Saskia.
Yeah.
Science putting in his oar in and sort of claiming, well, they're not that bad, you know, Derek and Roberto. You know, what it's going to do, as I said, is it's like a little time bomb's been lobbed in, and now it's ticking away, and we're going to see, I think, a lot of disagreements and rows coming up very soon because of this.
Do you think that, that Roberto and Derek are likely to solidify their relationship in the next couple of days, or is it likely to be more fractious between the two of them?
I would guess if they're thinking strategy, you know, if they really care about staying in there, they will start looking for new friendships. Each will want another relationship they can rely on, because both have the intelligence to realise that sticking together is not going to help them at the end of the day.
Sure. OK, it's early days, but there's already been a lot of arguments. I mean, loads of arguments this year. More so than any other year I can remember. Why do you think this is?
Because the personalities are so ridiculously different from each other. They're just not personalities who would normally come together in sort of everyday life. So I think it's that diversity which has created so much tension and so much sort of cunning plans going on there. I mean, I say look out for, like, Vanessa. If you notice the way... Well, in the loft yesterday when she was talking and getting sort of Craig to sort of really bitch about Sam, if you watch Vanessa, it was very cunning. She was just sort of saying, yeah, and sort of coaxing him to say more and to reveal himself to look like a complete bitch, making her look, you know, pretty good. So I think we've got to watch people like that.
Sure. Well, it's interesting, though. I mean, this year, more than any other year, it seems that housemates are so proud. I mean, the pride is the one sort of defining feature of all of them, which obviously brings out the best and worst in all of us, doesn't it? But you can see here that, you know, they can't let it lie, can they?
No, they can't. And they can't let go. And you know, a lot of that is kind of emotional immaturity. I mean, except for, of course, Roberto and Derek, who are older. The rest, you know, they're a pretty young group. And, you know, younger people find it hard to let things rest, particularly when they've got such conflict between them anyway. Their sorts of personalities.
Yeah.
It's only Science who I think gets kind of stressed out and chills out a bit and sort of detaches from it.
Sure, and that's because he has no social group, I guess, to go and bitch to, because he's on his own, isn't he? OK, now, you're a relationship expert. I want to get your take on a couple of relationships with a couple of housemates who seem to be getting on the best. First up, we've got Maxwell and Saskia. Let's take a look.
Everyone needs a trophy wife, don't they? Someone to sit there and look pretty, and I think she fits the bill fantastically. Not only is she... No, not being funny yet. All jokes aside, this bird is absolutely off the hook.
Oh, bless you. You're really not there, though.
No, I'll stop there. Yeah, it's just laying there, isn't it?
I think that deserves a collective R. Oh. That was painful, that last bit.
Oh, it's like a puppy. Or
Isn't he,
puppy in her hands, I should say.
OK, firstly, how does Saskia feel about Maxwell, in your opinion?
Saskia is definitely... She's got a pair of great qualities, and I don't mean her boobs. She knows so much more about relationships than Maxwell does. And she knows where to draw that line between flirting and, like, teasing kind of over the top. So she has got him so where she wants him.
But it's not fair, because he thinks she really liked... Do you think that she actually liked him?
I think she has some genuine affection for him, but if you notice in the diary room there, when he was bigging her up, she did that classic body language sign of touching her nose with her index finger, which is like saying, oh, no, I don't want to hear this. So
Does that mean that?
Not stroking, just she did a quick touch. And that is a very defensive gesture. She wasn't happy hearing such serious stuff from him at that point. He's like a little bit of entertainment for her.
I've never heard that before in my life. That's amazing. OK. They often talk, however, as though they are a couple, you know, in terms of the terminology they use. I mean, what does that mean, do you think?
Well, the thing is, I mean, things are so speeded up as soon as you get into this sort of situation. Normal life, they wouldn't have come to this point that quickly. And, you know, you need some company and you need a bit of entertainment. He is the chirpy, cheeky chappy that, you know, entertains her.
Sure.
And she's quite happy having a bit of that. But long term...
And lastly, what advice would you give to Maxwell?
Oh, he's got to find a bit of depth. All this, he's continually trying it on with her, and he's got to stop a little bit of that, not be so easy, not such a puppy dog.
OK, I just want to talk about Roberto and Derek now, OK? Well, why do you think they've become so close? Is it because of their age or the mentality, or what is it?
Dermot, real life, they would never have become friends. This is an unlikely alliance, and they could have gone into the house and immediately become rivals for the role of sort of the elder statesman of the house. Instead, what they found they're both unpopular, they've both bonded together, and I don't think this is a long-term friendship.
You don't?
No.
OK, and lastly, any other relationships blossoming for us, do you think, or not yet?
Oh, well, I would like to see some romance, but right now I don't see anything happening.
Nothing happening just
No.
yet. Well, you've got to come back when there is some, OK?
I will.
Dr. Pam, everybody. OK, today's Cool BBLB is what do you think about the nominations? Pam's with us, as is Leslie. Let's go straight to the phones. Maddie in London. Hey, Maddie.
Hi, Dermot. Hi, Leslie.
Hiya.
You're right.
Not too bad.
What do
I'm
you-
very, very surprised today.
OK, go for it.
Well, Craig wasn't up with them today. I thought he would be. Since Leslie left, he's been quite lost. But, you know, they've been discussing nominations, so I think they got what they deserved. However, I do agree with Derek about Saskia. I was a big fan of Saskia's, but she's definitely got a huge game plan. The reason I say that is because last night's Big Brother, she said, you know, oh no, I wouldn't sleep with anybody in the Big Brother house. And then Maxwell says, oh no, you might do. And then she said, oh yeah, I might.
Yeah.
Which goes to show she's probably trying to recreate a Stu and Michelle, and it's just not happening because she's just really let her game plan show publicly, so it's not going to work anymore.
Maddie, you've thought about this a lot, and we appreciate that, it has to be said. OK, let's just talk about Craig, because you're obviously a Craig expert. Are you surprised Craig wasn't up?
I am actually surprised. I mean, obviously, I really, you know, really do get on with Craig, but I am surprised he's not up because he has singled himself from the rest of the group, which obviously I'm happy, but I am shocked.
And what about Saskia? Do you think that there's more to her than meets the eye?
Oh, I do think, you know, there's a lot of depth, a lot of levels to Saskia, and although I don't think she's as cunning about things as perhaps Vanessa has been,
Yeah.
I think she's definitely, she
The Saskia thing, because I actually watched it last night or the night before whenever that bit was on, and I thought, yeah, he's saying this because you want people to keep you in the hope that you are going to sleep with somebody.
Fantastic. Revelation. Sorry, that's all we have time for, caller-wise, today. I'm sorry about that. Thanks a lot to our guests, Leslie and Pam, everybody. Nominations uncut, 7:30 E4 tonight. All the house action, 10 o'clock. And, of course, we are back tomorrow at 5:25. We'll see you then. Take care. Have a good night. Thank you very much. Very enjoyable. So